Good morning, traders, and welcome to the opening trade. I'm Kayla. Before we get started, don't forget to first read and understand our disclosures found by both link and text in the description of this video. All right, let's take a look at the current sim account balance. Here we go. Simulated the opening trade. Cash value. Gross will match this number after all manual or automated trades have taken place, and realized will be after the fees are paid for those trades. You can get your fee schedule from your provider. Make sure that you know and understand your fee schedule so that you can stay in line with what your goals are. All right, we're going to look at the back test results for the last 3+ years on these systems. We could possibly see trade later in this live stream. So the first automated trade will be 6 minutes after the New York Open. Here's the back test results. This is the start and end date, the max drawdown, your gross loss, and the total net profit there. 2 minutes after this, as long as the automated trade indicators are met, we could see the next trade on the Russell. The first one was on the Dow Jones. The next one is on the Russell. Here's the start and end date of the back test, the max drawdown, the gross loss, and the total net profit there. 2 minutes later, we could potentially see two automated trades fire off at the same time as long as their automated trade indicators have been met. Um, so let's look at the first one, which would be the NASDAQ futures. Of course, here's the start and end date, the max drawdown, the gross loss, and the total net profit there. And then the other one would be on the S&P 500. So here we have our start and end date, the max drawdown, gross loss, and total net profit. All right, so we have less than 7 minutes before we see the New York markets open. So I like to make sure I'm on a 3-minute candle, I'm on the right account, and on the right strategy. Then let's take a look at what happened yesterday. So here's yesterday. We see our trades went through. Here's the start of today. So let's look at the NASDAQ. Here's yesterday through to the start of today. This is the Dow Jones. Here's yesterday all the way through to today. This is the Russell. This is yesterday, start of today. This would be the crude oil. Here's yesterday, start of today. Today's already seeing quite a lot of movement there. All right, So we have less than 5 minutes before uh, the market opens in New York. Yesterday, the final wholesale inventories month over month came out a little bit uh, better than projected. Oh, actually, less than projected, but it was still a good outcome. Yesterday was day one of the IMF meetings. FOMC member Williams spoke last night. So what do we see today? Today we are seeing that at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the NFIB Small Business Index came out a little bit higher than projected. It's day two of the IMF meeting, and then there will be speakers this afternoon. The first one at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, FOMC member Goldstein speaks. Then at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, FOMC member Harker speaks. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, FOMC member Kashkari speaks. Tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, the CPI month over month comes out, the CPI year over year, and the core CPI month over month. It's day three of the IMF meeting. Tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, we'll see crude oil inventories. It is day one of the G20 meeting at 1:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 10-year bond auction. And then at 2 p.m., FOMC meeting minutes are released and the federal budget balance. Thursday, we'll be keeping an eye out for the core PPI reports, and Friday, the core retail and prelim UOM consumer sentiment. Okay, we have less than 2 minutes before we see the New York market open. Crude oil is very close to the 200 period EMA. If we're going to do a manual trade, it would be on crude oil if it wasn't so close to the 200 period EMA. And I like to wait until 3 minutes after the New York market has been opened. Um, that is what I choose to do. Make sure that you make choices you are comfortable with. All right, let's take a look at the news. Cannabis Bio raises aggregate gross proceeds of about 8.7 million. Walmart Industries partnership with Control Module Incorporated. Huntington National Bank announced retirement planning service has been acquired by One Digital Investment Advisors. Humacyte completes enrollment in phase 3 trial of human a cellular vessel to treat end-stage renal disease. UBS starts Capital Southwest at neutral with a $19 price target. Alright, the New York market has just opened. So we'll see our first automated trade take place on the Dow as long as the automated trade indicators have been met. We would like to thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Our systems are automated and are live when enabled by the user. They run in the U.S. equity futures markets. Free trials to the automated trading systems are on our website at theopeningtrade.com. We also now have indicator-driven discretionary or manual trading systems on our website as well. Don't forget to read and understand all associated risks listed on the website and in this video description. Alright, let's see what's happening in the market. So here is the Dow, here's the NASDAQ, this is the S&P 500, here's the Russell, and the crude oil. Alright, WTI oil may break towards $83 as consolidation wraps up. Gold moves higher as the dollar and bond yields ease ahead of inflation report. Baytex Energy upgraded to outperform at RBC. Blue Corner signs a 4-year agreement with a PCOA to deploy and maintain EV chargers in parking facilities in Belgium. UBS trims life cycle holding price target to $9.50 from $10 and keeps buy ratings. So there's lots of UBS in the news today. So more UBS. UBS raises X Alta coding systems price target to 36 from 33, keeping the buy rating. They also lowered Jazz Pharmaceuticals price target to $182 from $194 to keep the buy rating. They also lift CBOE Global Markets PT to 140 from 134 and raises estimates above consensus as index volumes continue to outperform and exceed neutral rating. Alright, so it's 3 minutes after the New York market has opened. Crude oil is right there on the 200 period EMA, so I do not feel like it is a good time to take a manual trade, so I will not. So what's happening in the other markets? So here is the Russell, this is the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. The Dow is the first one we could potentially see an automated trade take place as long as the trading indicators have been met. Alright, new items adds Mary Williams Walsh and Joanna Thompson to the editorial team. U.S. bankruptcies climbed in March with SVB Financial Group leading the pack. Process Maker announces Jeff Lort as Chief Executive Officer. A16Z sees Web3 strengthen the second state of crypto report. Let's see. Crypto is not news that I am interested in here, so let's see. Alright, British EV startup Arrival announces reverse stock split. So we have less than a minute before we could potentially see our first automated trade take place as long as the trading indicator has been met. The great thing about our automated trading systems is that they're 100% user friendly. So if you want to fine tune them to better fit what your needs are or what you hope to see, you can totally do that. The combinations are literally impressive. Okay, so let's see here. JP Morgan's lawsuit against former executives reportedly won't be separated from two related suits against bank over Epstein. So that's interesting. All right. So the trading automated trading indicator was not meant for the Dow to fire off, which is fine. We will be keeping an eye out for to see what happens with the Russell. The Russell has less than 2 minutes before it will fire off as long as the automated trading indicators have been met. So let's see. Bard initiates Match Group at Outperform with a $50 price target. And they also initiate Roku at Neutral Rating with a $71 price target. And they also initiate Bumble at Outperform with a $23 price target. Again, Bard initiates GoDaddy at Outperform Rating with a $95 price target. City of Space L3 Harris collaborate for Department of Defense Mentor Protege Program. And the euro is expected to rise further versus the dollar. Avalon Global Care and Distribution Agreement with QI Diagnostics. Ladenburg Ballman initiates Horizon Technology Finance at buy rating with a $12.50 price target. All right, let's see here. We have less than a minute before we could potentially see an automated trade on the Russell. More construction companies are seeing benefit from the Infrastructure Act. Energy stocks climb 3 belts a day. EF Hutton initiates Burger FI International at buy rating with a $2.50 price target. All right, so the Russell did not see the automated trade indicators it needed to go into an automated trade. All right, so what is happening in crude oil? Crude oil is close to the 200 period EMA. Russell is has been pulling above the 200 period EMA. The Dow is moving around there. So we have less than a minute before we could see two more automated trades potentially take place as long as their trading indicators have been met, and that would be on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. Altolis Minerals offers Q1 project generation update. Jabil prices $300 million senior note offering. Senior notes plural. Energy stocks and gold miners.
Order submitted.
Higher at open. Hexo Corp drops. All right, so the S&P 500 fired off. The Nasdaq did not. All right, so we're looking at the S&P 500. Let's see what else is happening. Crude oil, Russell, Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P 500 where we're in an automated trade. U.S. stocks are wavering. Mulac Science to acquire Argentina's Valeroy soy for $6 million. Avalon Global Care. Oh, we read that one. Tyvek expands bioelectronic portfolio, files patent application for a new approach to non-invasive vagus nerve stimulation. Blue Corner signs a 4-year agreement with, oh, no, we read that one. All right, Walking achieves Fed ramp ready status. The chart is on our S&P 500. U.S. banking turmoil hasn't hit credit conditions for small businesses yet. Sabri announces United Airlines NBC offers to its global distribution system of travel buyers. Diane Shipping announces delivery of the Ultramax dry bulk vessel MVDSI Durham. Tomai Environmental Solutions eligible for additional period to regain compliance on NASDAQ. Veru says preclinical data shows sabizilion inhibits pox viruses and shares rise. Before they go mainstream, blockchain futures conference showcases top Web3 speakers and emerging trends for 5 years. Cannabis Newswire to serve as media partner for Live Toronto 2023 Cannabis Business Conference and Trade Show. Cantor increases dividend by 11.4%. Still in an automated trade here on the S&P 500. Ball Aerospace, Loft Federal, and Microsoft to collaborate on SBA's next program. AlphaSense raises $100 million, led by Alphabet's Capital G. Cintas retains quarterly dividend of $1.15 a share, payable June 15th to shareholders of record on May 15th. RCI reports second quarter 2023 club and restaurant sales. Vistat real-time Earth antennas integrate on Microsoft Azure Orbital. LivePerson Incorporated announced a pilot program with Cohere. All right. So we're watching the S&P automated trading system do its thing here. Let's take a look at the other chart. Crude oil is moving away from the 200 period EMA finally. Uh, the Russell may be coming back slowly on its way to the 200 period EMA. The Dow is still pulling up and above. Nasdaq is below and might be on its way back. And here's our automated trade on the S&P 500. Cascadia acquisition and Wheelware and merger deal. Live person in, oh, we read that. All right, Comcast Corporation expanding partnership with ARC of the United States. HPS Investment Partners announced closing of strategic investment partners deal. JetBlue is to launch flights to Amsterdam. Well, that will be interesting. Expensify announces an additional 83,376 share buyback, including a net share settlement. Expensify executives and employees purchase common shares. CleanSpark, oh, moving on. All right. Xerox launches a new solutions to improve hybrid workplace productivity and security. So the NFIB Small Business Index report came out a little bit better than forecasted. All right, so we are seeing the automated trade on the S&P 500. The trade is doing well at this time. We're hoping for a skyrocket in the candle. So what's happening in the other charts? So here's crude oil. Here's Russell still making its pull up. Same with Dow. Nasdaq could potentially be on its way back to the 200 period EMA. So we'll see. Outfront announces record quarterly tin production in Q1 2023 EBITDA guidance. Leading proxy advisory firm ISS recommends Bed Bath & Beyond shareholders vote for all CO proposals. Of course they would, right? All right. Advent Technologies Holdings entered into purchase agreement with Lincoln Park Capital Fund. WASDE expectations drive early gains movement. Glencore proposes cash component in bid for Trek Resources. AP reports preliminary March 31st book value of 41.11 to 41.36 a share. Zenex reports preliminary first quarter 2023 results. The Toronto Stock Exchange rose at the open. Illumia and Henry Ford Health team up to study impact of comprehensive genomic testing for cardiovascular patients. Gorilla Technology Group plans to acquire Thailand-based Qualcomm Internet Works. Evergent announces launch of new product to help digital service providers manage revenue and royalties. Class AM political economic calendar week ahead. SK, no, SYKY debuts luxury fashion incubator for digital designers. Sleep Country, Canada's Casper asset acquisition opens doors to further transactions. Taco campaign kicks off with 5 new recipes and some money-saving offers. Texas Capital Bank appoints David Youngberg to serve as chief credit officer. Cascadia Acquisitions terminates business combination agreement with RealWare. Imperial Petroleum announces full repayment of $30 million outstanding loan with the NBG Bank. Astrospace received a 180-day extension from NASDAQ to regain compliance. Dollar dips ahead of inflation data later this week. Arch Capital acquires insurance platform Symbol. JetBlue is launching flights to Amsterdam as demand for transatlantic travel rises. Commodities market impact weather, fieldwork increasing with good weather. Brazilian equities climb to over a 1-month high. France eyeing antitrust action against Apple. Canadian dollar steadies on the eve of the Bank of Canada rate decision, and the Canadian stocks continue to rise. Sanger Factory Outlet Centers raised quarterly dividend to 0.245 a share payable May 15th to holders of record on April 28th. EQT Foundation invests in Noya, accelerating the transition to carbon negativity by capturing CO slash 2 slash with direct air capture technology. Brazil price pressures easing but still challenging. Newmont and Glencore each modify their bids for mining rivals. Warren Buffett says Japanese trading house exposure up as he flags geopolitics for cutting Taiwan semi-state. Albertsons earnings shrink amid difficult consumer environment. Huntington Bancshares sells retirement planning service for $57 million. Northland initiates Semitech at outperform with a $32 price target. Natural gas is trading higher on expectations demand is on the rise. Calididus announces publication of cost-effectiveness analysis of Nefecon versus best supportive care for people with IgA neuropathy in the United States. APA Corporation says CEO John J. Christman IV's 2022 total compensation was $13.8 million versus the $15 million in 2021, and that is the SEC filing. Fitch says hourly pay growth slows as more jobs fill up for U.S. life plan communities. All right, so we're still in an automated trade on the S&P 500. Let's see what is happening. Crude oil is above but close. Russell still making its pull above. The Dow is on its way to the 200. NASDAQ might be on its way back to the 200. We're still in an automated trade here on the S&P 500. Hardtech Laboratories Incorporated files for resale of up to 4 million shares of common stock by the selling shareholders. Argify taps Denver Greens as new operating partner via Greenstone project acquisition. CCL Industries downgraded to market perform at Raymond James. Cognizant and Boehringer Ingelheim collaborate on a united cloud platform to speed the delivery of life-saving therapies. MasterCard says cross-border services express help modernize international payments. Huntington Ingalls gets a $1.3 billion contract with U.S. Africa Command. Stocks waiver, no, we don't care. All right, Intrusion Incorporated files for an offering of 15 million shares of common stock. Update on Piper Sandler on Tilray and Hexio. Maybe that was Hexo? Not sure. All right, we're still in an automated trade here on the S&P 500.
Order filled.
It just got stopped out. So this something's been happening, and that's all right. So we'll be here tomorrow to see what the market brings us and how the reports fare. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you back here tomorrow.